Welcome to Diva Wears Atlas. I have an Azerbaijani diva with me. Lexa is a singer-songwriter.
Last time I checked, there's no Azerbaijan global pop star.
There's one in the making. I don't know, I'm delusional. I honestly am.
I love delusional people.
The next thing I know, I have a song with Indigo and I was so incredibly happy. I kind of wanted to share traditional Azerbaijani songs. I think we're greatly underrepresented in music. Music is way more than just a sound. It's an integration of culture, it's an education, it's a movement. I would actually say that my biggest advantage in life is speaking so many languages. It's like, whatever, you know?
Even talking to you now, I feel this immense positive energy and believe in yourself. It's infectious to be with people like that.
I don't believe in the past and the future. I think it's all just one straight line. You're the reason why my mom let me take vocal classes. I just wanted to let you know. And she walks away. It's the people that follow me, that listen to me, that ultimately make my career. And I owe everything to them.
Hi Divas, welcome back to Diva Wears Atlas, the first podcast hosted by an Uyghur woman, blending culture, entertainment, and self-help through the success stories of diverse, inspiring guests. I'm your host Dildar, and today I have an Azerbaijani diva with me. Allow me to introduce you the next rising Azerbaijani global pop star, Lexa Aliyeva. Lexa is a singer-songwriter. She has tracks like Signora, Elvida. She is featured as a style icon on Nergiz magazine. She's also a viral sensation on social media with her Azerbaijani Woman Would Say series, introducing her beautiful culture and voice to a global audience. So yes, Lexa is a diva who wears kalahai, and if you want to know what kalahai is and who Lexa is, keep watching. I promise you, you will be infatuated by her courage, confidence, and big dreams.
Welcome, Lexa. Did I miss anything from that intro?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
I know you go by Lexa Aliyeva.
Aliyeva, yeah.
Aliyeva. And your real name is Aliya Aliyeva, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What does Aliya mean?
From what I know, it means like ascended, but it's actually a funny story because my mom named me after a singer. I don't know if you know Aaliyah. Age ain't nothing but a number, throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. She was Tupac's girlfriend. She unfortunately passed away when she was very young, but she was like rocking it. She was killing it. And one day when my mom was coming back from university, she saw her music video on the TV screen and it had like a beautiful font spelling out her name, which is Aaliyah. And she was like, oh, one day if I'm going to have a daughter, I'm going to call her Aaliyah. And yeah, it's just so happened that then I arrived to this world and then I started singing as well.
It's such a cute story, and I always believe that we embody our name to some degree.
Oh, for sure.
The artist name Lexa, is there a story to it, or is just how people call you Lexa?
Lexa is Locha, which is actually a guy's nickname in Russian. Even now, like I'm in Moscow, they're basically like asking me, oh, what's your name? I'm like, I'm Locha. And people think, whoa, like that sounds weird because Locha is a shortened form of Alexander. Basically, my name, my mom and dad were making like altering it a little, like Aliya became Alejandro, then Alejandro became Locha, and then Locha. I was sitting at home thinking, one day if I become famous and I would have a huge sign spelling out my name, I wouldn't want it to be Aaliyah because there was already a great singer who is Aaliyah. So I was like, who could I be? And I wanted a stage nickname. And I just decided to change the kh to an X. So it became Lexa.
And how old were you when you had this big dream and decided to name this?
Oh my God, like 7.
This is a destiny type of thing.
Yeah, I've been dedicated.
And it's a manifestation in a way, because you call yourself Lexa with that vision in mind from 7 years old, and you kind of slowly manifested your way to an up-and-coming next global pop star. What brought you to Moscow today? You were talking to us live from a studio. Tell us about your trip to Moscow.
Actually, it's very interesting because I just got a new manager a couple of months ago, and she lives here. She invited me here to connect me with people. So the first time I came to Moscow was was like a month ago. And we went around a lot of studios. We met a lot of people from the industry who were also interested in working with me. Then ultimately we connected with a couple of sound engineers and artists. I'm at the studio right now, but it's a very interesting place because it's a creative house. So it's like 5 artists living here. All of them are into music in one form or another. And they also have a studio. So I started working with them, long story short, and we're working on an EP right now, or maybe an album.
We're seeing the behind the scenes of what's gonna come out soon.
Yeah, you're literally in the process, but it's very funny because I've been here for 12 days and I feel like, have you seen Tangled?
Tangled, the Rapunzel?
With the long hair.
Yes.
So I've been kind of feeling like Rapunzel locked in the tower because I have not left the studio. It's been 12 days. I'm slowly going insane because it's just literally we finish so late, 2, 3 a.m. and we start again at like 12 and we just do music. But honestly, this is everything I have ever hoped for. And we're just creating, helping each other out, making a lot of music. I'm extremely excited. It's a completely new sound. I don't want to tell you yet what it is, but it's a completely new sound. So
we can't wait to hear it. So you guys go to Spotify, follow Lexa, and when it comes out, you will know. I will link it in the description box down below. Earlier, when we were connecting everything, I heard you speak Russian. Obviously, you're in Moscow connecting with music industry people. I guess my question is like, how many languages do you speak?
I think it's 6. So it's Russian, Azerbaijani, obviously, English, Turkish, French, 6.
And do you think that have helped you as an artist? Because I heard your songs you have released on Spotify, which we'll get into in more details in a little bit, but those songs are in so many different languages too. How do you use your language talent as an advantage?
I would actually say that my biggest advantage in life is speaking so many languages because besides from music, like just thinking about my life, if we rewind it back, I have gotten so many opportunities. I have gotten so many job offers to like just connecting with people because of languages. So what I always say is that one day when I'm gonna have kids, hopefully, inshallah, like I'm gonna bet all my money on them learning languages. Like in education, that is the most important thing. And I have felt it personally. And when it comes to music, obviously it is an advantage as well, because I can connect with so many different sounds, with so many different cultures. And kind of Azerbaijan, if you think about it, it's such a mixture of different cultures. Like we have Turkic influence, we have the influence from like the Soviet times so it's kind of like Russian culture. We're also very westernized, but traditional. So when I left, it was very easy for me to connect with other cultures because I kind of was in the center and I grew up with such a mix. But yeah, when it comes to music, I would say my biggest like disadvantage when it comes to languages is that when I write, because I write all of my songs myself, sometimes like I want to write a song in Russian. Sometimes I want to write a song in French. And like even my manager is telling me like, Aliya, you have to chill, like take a chill pill, sit down. You have to focus on one language.
Interesting. I thought it was an advantage. I was so impressed. You have a Russian song, Spanish song, and Azerbaijani song. I thought it's an advantage, but you and your manager see it as a disadvantage if you're jumping from different languages?
I mean, I think there definitely has to be a base. This is what we both think. Like 80% of your music has to be in one language because you're building an audience. So I mean, if it's English, a lot of cultures can connect because English is kind of everybody more or less can speak English. For example, I would release a song in French. Say 2 songs I release in French, and then I get my French audience and they're like waiting, like, oh, what's the next song? And the next song is in Russian. They're not going to be able to connect with it. Or I don't know, at least for me, it's very important. Like the lyrics are very important for me. So I would not be able to connect with an artist if suddenly they switched up a language.
Yeah, that makes sense right now.
But adding or mixing different languages. So if 80% of my song is in English and then I can say phrases in like French, Russian, Spanish, that is cool.
I like that too. International pop girl. I love that. A lot of music I listen to, I don't even understand what they're saying in different languages, but I love the vibe. Since we're talking about this already, do you feel like when you create in a different language, spiritually, do you feel like a different person when you're singing in different language? Because even when like speaking in different language, my personality switch a little bit. So can you talk us through like how you feel as a person, who you are when you sing in each main languages you're singing from the 6?
I mean, that's the thing about art, I think, in general. It's so interesting how every single song is a new story. Like, and because I write, anything can inspire me. Like, I can be walking in the forest, I can be talking to a person, and every single time I record, I put on a mask, and I'm kind of like in a different, it's like reading a book, you know, and you're integrated into a completely different world when you're recording. I wanted to tell you a story about it because when I came to Moscow for the first time, I came to record a Russian song, Russian and Spanish. We had a discussion where my manager basically, she said, because we're trying to do most of my songs in English, she said it would be better to translate that verse and chorus to English rather than Russian. And I tried, like, I sat down and I was like, okay, how would this sound in English? And it just genuinely did not feel right because the feelings or the way I explain how I feel in one language is so specific. For example, the way I would describe something in English, I cannot just translate it to Russian. I cannot translate that emotion. It wouldn't feel the same. I wouldn't sing it the same way, you know? But I do have to say, when I speak Spanish or sing in Spanish, I become more sassy, or like the lyrics I write, like I want to turn into a Latina, you know, and be like, yeah, like definitely has more emotion. Russian has built sentences beautifully. And they have very nice ways of describing like feelings, sentiments, even books. Reading books in Russian is, in my humble opinion, so enriching because the vocabulary is so rich. It's amazing.
That makes sense because a lot of Russian novels are this thick, the classic novels. You talked about you're with your manager right now. So can you tell us a little bit about your setup, your team as an artist at the moment, how to build those relationships, what's important in building this relationship, in choosing a label, in a manager, even maybe something else that I don't know exists?
Honestly, I've been an independent artist for a long time, and everything I've been doing, like my covers and everything, it all came from me. Like, it was a one person setup. I would record it, I would mix it, I would then put the camera, lighting, like I would do all the work pretty much myself, not to give me too much credit, but that's what it was.
One woman show.
It was a one woman show. Like, it was, if you would see my room at that point in time, it was horrendous. Like, the wall I was filming on was clean. Everything else looked like chaos, like an apocalypse, you know? Recently, I got in touch with a girl. Ultimately, she became my manager, and we really connected on a vision we had together. So one of the first questions she asked me was, what are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? And that was what we connected on. And I do have to say, we're two completely opposite people. Like, we keep on joking. Like, if we would have ever met in a different scenario outside of music, I don't think we would have been like that close, you know? But it's that fire, it's that will inside that really connected us. If I could give one advice to starting musicians, because before I had offers from like labels, and they were very nice labels, but do not make the mistake of signing a contract just because of a name, just because of like the reputation of whoever it is, the person, the label, because a lot of these promises or contracts could actually trap artists. There's a term, it's called a shelved artist. So they put you on a shelf and you're not the priority, and they're kind of like, yeah, we're gonna help you one day, and you're kind of sitting there just waiting for them to look at you, and you're wasting time, which is our most important resource. My selling point was a person who I saw just believed in me with her whole heart. And, you know, she was even more passionate about my career than me, which is something I didn't know could even exist. The first time I meet her, it was a 5-6 hour long call. I had other offers immediately. Like, after I hung up, I was like, no, I want to work with this girl. And then the next day, she just connected me. Like, I don't know, she opened like 10 new group chats, and suddenly I have a PR manager, and suddenly I have a marketing person, and I'm not allowed to post on this and that. It all like kind of, I don't know, it all happened overnight. But yeah, I'm very happy, and I'm very happy that I'm here. It's all thanks to her that I'm here, like, honestly working. Her name is Nuria.
Oh my God, that sounds like such a synergetic alignment. And I love how different both of you are. So the strength comes in, and she's so business savvy. Immediately, everything is activated.
Yeah. She activated. She was like, in a month, come to Moscow. Like, we're making an EP. I was like, okay.
Do you think it's much more productive that way, effective that way with you and your manager, or versus being alone? I guess it's obvious.
I'm still adapting, honestly. I'm still in this phase of shock. Everything is happening so fast, and everything got so serious. Now I have like 10 people involved in my career, and I wake up and they're like, Aliya, like, what are you posting today? What are you filming? They believe in me so much. Now the stakes are way higher because it's not just me representing myself. It's me representing way more people. And I want to make sure that their belief in me is not something that is wasted. I appreciate it and I use it as a motive.
That is so important, because thinking about when you are the only one who believed in your dream, that burden could be so unbearable. Sometimes you will feel delusional, but you have to be strong enough to pass through. And I think that's how you have operated in so long. And now you have other people who believe in you.
Oh, it's so rewarding.
What is that vision you and your manager aligned on, or you yourself as an artist see you for your next step of your career?
The way I see it, I grew up in Baku watching artists like Selena Gomez, watching artists like Demi Lovato, Ariana Grande, just whoever. I always thought, I remember looking at their music videos, their shows, and thinking, this is such a different world to me. It felt so far away, it didn't feel real. Then I remember growing up, artists like Dua Lipa emerged, and there was this suddenly girl from Albania who's topping all the charts. This idea that why can't a girl representing like the Caucasus region from my country, from like neighboring countries, show our side of music? Like, music is way more than just a sound. It's an integration of culture. It's an education. It's a movement. So if Dua Lipa, a girl from Albania, is showing people like, oh, we do our music like this, and Bad Bunny is showing them, oh, we do it like that. K-pop is killing it, like BTS, Jennie, you know, why not someone from my country? And I want to be the person who takes it to the US, you know, who takes my music, my instruments, my culture into that scene. And so one day, hopefully, little girls from back home get to say, oh, of course, like, it's easy. Like, Lexa did it. She's like me. She's from where I am from, and she did it, and so can I. And I just want to empower them, give them hope.
That's such a beautiful dream. I always say this, it's also the essence of Diva Wears Atlas. We need representation in all fields. Last time I checked, there's no Azerbaijan global pop star.
There's one in the making.
So Lexa, you are right on the good track for that. It's just so amazing. Like, even talking to you now, I feel this immense like positive energy and belief in yourself. It's infectious to be with people like that. And that's one of the reasons why I reached out to you and want to talk to you, to bring that energy to the listeners, the viewers. I also did see that in the Rolling Stone UK magazine, you talked about one of your teachers stopped you in front of everyone, told you that like you shouldn't pursue music anymore or something like that. How do you continue to push through when there's adversity coming through?
That's another thing. So if anyone is listening to me and they want to start singing and they're scared, I just want to let you know, like, I had the most awful voice you could ever imagine. Like, genuinely, that's not a subjective
I don't believe
opinion.
That.
No, I'm telling you, like, it wasn't good, honestly. But if you put enough work and if you have enough of a will to achieve whatever you want to achieve, whether it's singing, whether it's acting, you can definitely build up your skills. And I can honestly say from a singer perspective, but coming back to that story, she was like my primary school music teacher who would give us like Beyonce songs that you have to sing Beyonce, you have to sing Celine Dion on like our second grade showcase shows, you know, which is crazy to think of, but okay, whatever. And yeah, she would just hate my voice, and every single time I would stand up on like the stage or whatever, she would try to put me so far back that I would be like behind, like, you know where the curtains are, like just half of my face would be seen. Like the microphone was all the way as far as she could put me, she would put me there. But that motivated me so much because it really doesn't push me down. Like when people don't believe in me, I have like kind of a counter response. Years went by, I started studying so much from music theory, vocal lessons every single day. And after like, I don't know what, 12 years, I get the call and I didn't know the number, and it was her. I have not heard from her since primary school. And she is like, hi, this is your primary school teacher, and we want to call you to come back to our school and perform as a guest. And I was like, I I've been waiting.
You're like, you want me to stand behind that curtain again?
Where are you gonna put the microphone this time? On the other side of the Yeah, no, but it was such a
Full
you know,
circle.
a tick moment. Yeah, it was just like, okay, I got this. And I love creating these like loops where I close on myself and just showing my own self that, okay, you set out your goal, you achieved it, okay, move on, let's go, let's build, let's keep on building.
What about self-doubt? Do you ever have moment of self-doubt? And I feel like that's pretty human to have, right? And how do you work through that?
See, I think I genuinely have a very positive outlook on life. I try to not let negative thoughts enter my head or moments, but obviously I'm a human and obviously there are moments of self-doubt, of fear. But what I try to do is I try to redirect it into something creative. I don't know, I started drawing recently, or I put on music that makes me feel good. I go on a lot of walks. I think physical movement helps mental movement. If you are stressed, try to walk it out. And as you're walking, try to envision how you're like moving from whatever issue, whatever emotion you're experiencing. And it really, really does help me. And if I do hit like rock bottom, it's also very important to let yourself process that emotion and let yourself rest. Let yourself kind of say, okay, I need a second. Not too long, because you don't want to be too nice with yourself, then you're going to be doing nothing. But just having like a couple days to yourself where you do something you like, watch a movie, talk to people you love, and then you have to get up and keep going. Because I think ultimately what moves me is, I don't know, I'm delusional. I honestly am.
I love delusional people.
It's the delusion moving.
That's the only way you can create the reality you deserve.
Yeah, I see the mission. I see like little kids being inspired by me. And I know this goal that I have is really a movement. It's bigger than me. And this is what moves me every single day.
Yeah, it's rooted in such a strong purpose. I sense from your video a star quality. There are some people who has it and some people just don't. Star quality is always a discussion around like artists, right? I guess my question is, what does star quality mean to you? And is that something you always had? How do you cultivate that?
It's gonna sound so like egotistic, but I do hear a lot that, oh, like you walk into the room and you light up. First of all, I love crowds. So I never had stage fright ever since I was a kid. I love the stage. I love performing. And I think the first time I performed on the stage, I was 12. And ever since then, it's kind of like, I love the adrenaline, the rush I feel from just giving out all of my energy and getting it from the crowd. That exchange is my favorite feeling in the whole world. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to be as real as I can be with my audience. So even if you look through my TikToks, through the way I use, like the way I post stories, I really see people not as my fans. I try to show them exactly who I am, to have no filters. And maybe that's why so many can connect with me. Like, I don't have this alter ego of like, oh, I'm gonna be a celebrity and we have a separation. Like, no, because I know if I would have no listeners, my music would just not be heard. Never. It's the people that follow me, that listen to me, that ultimately make my career, and I owe everything to them. One girl came up to me recently. She was a bit sassy, huh? She was like, she didn't want to like give in too much, but she was like, you're the reason why my mom let me take vocal classes. I just wanted to let you know. And she walks away. And that was the best feeling ever. And it's just being real and being, I don't know, being who I am.
I think you actually inspired me a little bit. Star quality is less about the star themselves. It's who they are authentically. And it's also about the audience that built them up, the energy feeding to each other. So that's a beautiful perspective. Thank you for sharing that.
My mission is to make every single person light up with their energy, with their positivity. And we all kind of become like this one big energy, a star. I don't know.
One big nova, supernova.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now let's go back to the beginning. I think you grew up in Baku when you were little girl. You were born there, right?
Correct.
What was your childhood like in Baku? And for those of you who don't know, I don't know if you know, Baku is capital city of Azerbaijan or no?
Correct, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. You're doing
I'm
great.
asking for myself. Tell us about your childhood growing up in Baku.
Baku is honestly amazing. It's one of my favorite places in the whole world, if not the favorite place. Again, it's a mixture of cultures. My personal opinion, I like the more like conservative traditional side, but we get the freedom to be whoever we want, to go and do whatever we want. Yeah, you have these cultural norms instilled onto you, but nobody is gonna reinforce them. It is your choice to go out and experience life for what it is in a very safe environment, because Baku is very, very safe. The friends I have there, the people from back home are still with me today. I haven't lived there since I was 16 and we're still best friends. I think that tells you a lot about our culture, our people. We're very loyal. We're very accepting. And obviously the food is insane. It's next level. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of people, when they move, say to London or whatever, it's kind of like a trend to say, oh, I'm never going to go back because this is the big world and this is the real life, because Azerbaijan is so far away and it's small. And I've been in Switzerland, in Spain, in the US, wherever. I have never once had the thought of being like, oh, I'm not going to go back to Azerbaijan. Like if tomorrow I have to live there again, I would be more than happy to do that.
So one of the things you mentioned that you like the traditional cultural elements of Azerbaijan. Can you share some Azerbaijan culture that people should know about that you're proud of?
Our culture is very family oriented. So for us, coming together on Sundays with your whole family, sharing a meal, gossiping is also a huge part of Azerbaijani culture, but I love it. I'm not going to hide it and be like, oh, I don't care. I do care. We gossip. It's amazing.
That's how women bond with each other over chai.
Over chai, yes. It's perfect. I miss it so much. I can call them or they can call me, just tell me something happened. Please help me. And I know that they're going to be on the next flight to me and they're going to do everything in their power to, and even more, to help me out. And I would do the same. So it's this huge loyalty.
We have it in our culture too. We say adamgercilik. Do you understand?
Even people you don't know who are Azeri, if I would meet someone in Spain who is Azeri, immediately they treat me like family. It's like, oh my God, come to our house Sunday. Like we're all going to sit and have chai together. And it's, it's like that.
Same. We have the exact same culture on that front. You touched on the traditional side of things too. And that part of the culture very much exists. Do you feel like there are moments that Azerbaijan traditional side is holding you back? I'm projecting, I don't know if you have this or not, but in my culture, there's also traditional people. And when you're trying to do something innovative or being yourself, sometimes it's a hard balance and you will hear pushback from the traditional side of the community, especially to women. And I wonder, like, how do you navigate that?
Again, I don't know. Azerbaijan changed a lot, but I remember when I was starting out and I was like 15, 16, there were a lot of assumptions that women in Azerbaijan who are in the music industry, they're not the best reputation wise. So everyone would tell me, be careful and don't do it because people are going to look down on you. There is this like stereotype, like, oh, you're going to sing at a wedding. I don't know, just be a singer. And it was seen as bad. But my goal was to really shift that. So I don't know if I would ever get something negative, I would try to use it again as a motive to show people that you do not have to be sexualized. You do not have to be inappropriate. You do not have to be anything to be able to create, to be able to do music and art. And it's beautiful. So it's not something that should be looked down upon. And people with a traditional mindset, I'm trying to kind of motivate them to have a new perspective on art.
That's another loop that you were looking to close very much.
Trying to close, yeah. I think that little girl that came to me and was like, oh, you're the reason why my mom allowed me to sing was kind of like a check for me, another little loop closing moment.
You started a series called like Azerbaijani Woman Would Say. I think you were singing traditional Azerbaijan songs, like folk songs.
Yeah.
And I love that series. That's how I discovered you. Through that, I found like so many other amazing covers and songs.
Side quests.
Yeah. Yeah, and I found out, wow, this girl is doing so much and so amazing. So how did you think of that series? What does that series mean to you?
Coming back to the idea that I want to share my culture, my language with the world, like globally. I want to bring it on a global scale. I think we're greatly underrepresented in music, and I kind of wanted to share traditional Azerbaijani songs. I really wanted to write an English translation so everybody could be able to connect with the lyrics. It's what I wanted to do. It's connecting with my own roots and connecting with the global like industry, doing what I love again, singing. I started doing the covers in 6 languages of Azeri songs. It started with that trend and that went viral. And then, when you do like 10, 15 videos in a row, it's not interesting. You always have to like keep new ideas coming. So I was thinking, how could I tie my culture with the global music industry? And that is how I thought, okay, let's think of ways our songs describe things.
What are the responses so far from that series?
They've been amazing. I was shocked. My first viral video, I could have not expected it ever. Like, it was overnight. I woke up and there's 10,000 likes and everyone is like, oh, this is so new. This is such a new sound. It's cool. No. I was honestly very shy. Not shy. I was kind of like hesitant because before my account was, yes, sharing my music, but it was more about the lifestyle and about the aesthetic. And I was thinking too much about what would my friends say, or I don't know, if in theory there's a guy I like, what would he think,
Yeah, they're holding you back.
Yeah, exactly. But then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to post it and I'm going to go to bed. And that is what I did. I went to sleep and I woke up and it did amazing. And so many people started texting me being like, you are the new sound. You are the new like thing that can really take our culture to the next level, musically speaking. It was amazing and it gave me a lot of hope and a lot of courage to just, keep going and keep doing what I love.
So how does Azerbaijan culture, these folk songs, influence your music creation process?
I would definitely say I draw inspiration from my mentality that was given to me by my culture. I really like writing from the perspective of an Azerbaijani girl living in a world that is, like in Spain, for example, that we have very different like things which are accepted, which are not, when it comes to just in general relationships with people, with like how we act in society and everything. So I really take that and like project that onto my music. I love the artist image. I love our traditional clothing. I love the fact that we braid our hair. Like culturally, braids are a very big part of our culture. And I always try to incorporate it in like a modernized way. So I always do like many different braids and scarves and bracelets, everything. Those are, I think, the primary ways my culture influences my music. Obviously, the instruments. I try to incorporate as many instruments as I can, like tar, kamancha, and I try to build like a modern sound, but using my traditional instruments. It's like a little input saying, hey, we're cool, like listen.
Yeah, I love that. I definitely noticed the traditional elements in your personal style. How would you describe your personal style?
I would say it's like Azerbaijani chic. Wait, when I'm on stage or off stage? Because they're very different.
Ooh, can you talk to us a little bit about both?
Definitely. I would say it's Azerbaijani motifs using our ornaments. If it's braids, if it's not braids, then it's our jewelry, like a lot of bracelets stacked up. I don't know. I like, I don't know how they're called, but it's like a chain hanging from on your head, like a head piece. I opened a lot of archives. Actually, I did my research on what people would wear historically in our history and the history of Azerbaijan, and I drew inspiration from it. I would try to reimagine like what would a modern girl wear if she would want to look like that, and that is where kind of like the denim comes in. Like I can pair it with denim jeans, or I can wear it like a black top but then have the scarf, and it's kind of mixing it and creating something new but authentic. And off stage, I'd say I really like baggy stuff, LA style, kind of laid back.
Earlier in your intro, I mentioned kalahai. Can you talk to the audience now? What is kalahai?
It is a type of fabric that women would use as scarves, or they would use to like wrap around their head. It's absolutely beautiful. It has our traditional like ornaments. I have not actually used kalahai in my videos, but I used a scarf which reminded me of a kalahai because I was filming it in Madrid and I didn't have it there with me.
So You don't have to do this, but I have to ask, right? I ask all of my artist guests the same question. Can you sing us a little segment of your favorite traditional Azerbaijan folk song?
I don't know if it's a folk song, but it's definitely a classic and everybody knows it. You know my song Elvida? It's a re-adaptation of that classic song that we have. It's an old Azerbaijani song. And when I was in Berkeley, as part of my final project, I thought I wanted to reimagine it. Like, what would it sound in a modern R&B kind of groovy way? So I wrote the English verses. I had a guy, he was also from New York, actually. He wrote like a rap verse on it, but we kept the chorus in its original form. In translation, it's called Farewell. It's about parting ways with your lover.
Okay, we're ready.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna sing. Okay.
Acapella.
So the intro goes Görüştük necedim ayrıldık ne asan Hardasan hayatım var mısan yok musan Ben seni izledim günahta gizledim Her seher her akşam yolunu özledim gözledim And then it would go into the chorus, which you can hear on my song.
I love the melody. That's my favorite song of yours, by the way. You talked about the meaning of the lyrics. It's about saying farewell. Like, is there more translation to the lyric that it's good for us to know?
Basically, it's saying, oh, how difficult it was for us to meet, but oh, how easy it was for us to part. Where are you, my love? Are you there? Are you not? Did you ever exist? I've waited for you every night. I've hid all your sins. And then the chorus says, farewell to those days, those starry nights. Farewell. Where are you, my love? What is left of my life? My meaningless life, if you're not there.
Ah. So dramatic.
Yeah, it's very dramatic, you know?
I love it. So that is Elvida, and thank you for dissecting that for us. What about the song Signora? What's the creation process like for that? Is there a story behind that one?
Yes, so Signora is actually my favorite song out of all of my songs. Signora was a moment for me where I switched cultures again because I went from, 16 I leave Baku. I moved to Switzerland. I finish high school. I finish Aiglon there. Then I come to Valencia, to Berkeley. And then I moved to Madrid. So it was that switch, like coming to Spain and having a feel of the Spanish culture. I used to go and see a lot of flamenco shows, even on my own, because I love them. I think if anyone is ever visiting Spain, by the way, please visit a flamenco show. It's amazing.
Oh my God, adding it to my list.
Please do. It's great. So I would go see a lot of flamenco shows. I love the dancing, the passion, the music, like just the way they sang was so real and painful. So I definitely knew I wanted to do something with like a Spanish rhythm. I found this melody. I had this idea of what would it sound like if I could write about a Spanish affair, like main character moments, you know, Azeri people are dramatic. That's what I've been telling you. So I had this like hook idea, and it was one dance and it's over. No, since I looked in those eyes that I'm gonna lose. Still like how you rose. So yeah, I wrote that chorus and then I tried it on the melody and it worked perfectly. And I had that song waiting to be released for 2 years. I waited for 2 years because I promised myself I would only release it if I could get a famous person to feature on it singing rap from Spain. Yeah, it was kind of a challenge for me because I didn't know anyone and I didn't have any connections in the music industry, nothing. I was just a starting little girl who wants to sing. That's it. And then just randomly, God sends me Indigo Jams, who is, I think, he's in top 10 most streamed artists in the Canary Islands. He's huge. He used to be in a music group called Broke Niños Make Pesos. And I don't know if you know like Spanish like rappers, but like Cruz Cafune, he was there and they were like one big team.
Educate me, serenade me with that, and I will look into it. You make me so much cooler after talking to you with learning so many artists and everything. Wow. So you managed to get him on the song.
I have no idea how it came to be. It was just through his manager. They heard the song, they liked it. He was like, sure, I'm going to record on it. And the next thing I know, I have a song with Indigo, and I was so incredibly happy, and now we're great friends. So yeah, that's the story of Signora.
I can imagine when you get a yes from a dream collaboration, did it feel so unreal? Like, why me? And did you have like an imposter syndrome for a second? And why do you think he said yes? Yeah.
Girl, I don't know. Again, I'm delusional. Maybe that's how it works. Honestly, that is one advice actually I would give to anyone. I don't believe in the past and the future. I think it's all just one straight line. So you have to think the past doesn't exist. It never existed for me. And you have to think as if everything in the future you want, you are already there. Like energy wise, how you carry yourself, everything. I think it's so important in being able to manifest whatever you set out for yourself to do. For a second, it felt so unreal that I couldn't even process it properly, but then it just felt right.
A place where I always meant to be with the timeline because you're already there from the past. Yeah. And this is a secret masterclass for manifestation. What did you learn from each collaborations from other artists?
You know, there's a saying, if you want to have the best restaurant, you have to start as a waiter. You have to start with washing the dishes. So that's kind of what I did with the music industry. I went from working with the artists to writing songs for artists to managing them to then being a project coordinator for concerts. And I'd say every single time, whether it's me writing a song for the artist or collaborating with the artist or even just working for them and bringing them bottles of water or towels, it all has an input on you. Even if they're like above you or more famous or have more streams, whatever it is, you look up to them even, you have to stay true to your authentic vision, because I think God gave that vision to you for a reason, and you have to be so sure in it if you want to pursue music, because it's a hard industry, and you have to be so set on being like, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have this input on the world. Don't be afraid to state your opinion. If you're collaborating with a person, you also have to be lenient. You have to learn how to compromise and accept, because they're also like, it's something you're doing together. Yeah, I think every single person has an input, and you can learn from every single artist, whether they're more famous, less famous, just starting out. You can learn from anyone.
I want to play a fun game with you, and I do it with my other guests from all over the world, especially Turkic-speaking guests. I will speak my language Uygurca, and you'll speak Azerbaijani. We'll try to see if we can understand each other.
Let's try. Oh my god, you're really putting my Azeri skills to test here. Sen başlayırsan.
Ben başlay. Bugün nimiş kıldınız bugün?
What did you do today?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Bugün ben gittim restorana. Sonra indi biz geldik stüdyoya. İndi de mahnı biz yazacağız. Ve böyle.
I think you said I came to the studio and then whoa.
Mahnı.
Mahnı diyen nakşa. Is that singing? Mahnı?
Yeah, yazacağız.
Yazış. Okay. Und aus kaçan Moscow'dan gidip Madrid'e kayıtsız? Yani kaç gün kaldı bu seferinizde?
How many days have you stayed somewhere and you came to Madrid?
Kaç gün Moscow'da tursuz? Kaçan Madrid'e kayıtsız?
Okay. How many days are you in Moscow and when are you going back to Madrid?
Doğru. Wow, that's amazing. So you speak Uygurca basically.
That's crazy. It's so similar. Ben geldim Moskova'ya. Indi iki hafta var. 2 hafta bundan evvel. 2 hafta burada kalırım. Indi ise Madrid'de gitmirəm. Gedirəm bundan sonra Azerbaycan'a. Azerbaycan'dan sonra gedirəm Madrid'e.
You said you have 2 weeks left and then you're not going back to Madrid after that. You're going to Azerbaijan first and then going back to Madrid.
Yeah. But I said I've been in Moscow for 2 weeks.
You still have 2 weeks. Okay. I have some rapid fire questions for you towards the end of the podcast. Are you ready?
For sure.
Your favorite phrase to say in Azerbaijani?
My favorite one is ashi. It's like, ashi, like, whatever, you know?
Forget about it. Ashi. I'm gonna say that from now on. It's so cool. Your future dream artist to collaborate with?
Okay, yesterday I went to a concert of a Russian artist called Yegor Krid. I adore him. I want to feature with him.
That's very cool. I will need to look him up too. Wow, you taught me so much.
Yeah, we're moving from Kruskafune to Russian artists to Azeri.
From all the cities and countries you've lived in, which one is your favorite?
Baku.
Okay, that is not fair. Of course, our hometown will be the most special. Minus Baku.
Minus Baku, Madrid.
Something that people have no idea about you.
I really like drawing. I paint a lot, but I don't show my painting.
When is your last time you felt like a diva?
Have I stopped feeling like? No, I'm joking.
What's next for you? What's your next chapter like? What can we expect from Lexa?
An EP? I think that visually it's going to still be very connected to Azerbaijani culture, but the sound, it's very new. Something interesting is coming.
My last request, okay? When you have your next sold out concert in the future, can I have a VIP ticket?
You're going to be on stage dancing with me.
Nice. Amazing. I really, really believe in you. I think you will do great things. And thank you so much for your time and sharing your story with us.
You're doing everything so perfectly. You're doing a great thing for our cultures. Just helping each other out. I think it's a great mission and thing you're doing, and so easy to talk to you. So thank you so much for being so nice, and you have a talent, so keep doing it.
If I go to Spain, I will definitely reach out to you. We'll hang out.
Please do, really.
Where can everyone find you?
So on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, I am Lexa.Aliyeva. Spotify is Lexa. Apple Music is Lexa.
How do you say goodbye in Azerbaijani?
Sağ olun. Çok sağ olun.
Çok sağ olun. Sağ olun.
Bye bye.